Welcome to the Baby Sleep Connection, a podcast that explores baby sleep and more through the lens of attachment and development. I'm your host, Heather Boyd. I'm a mom of 3, an occupational therapist, and a certified infant and family sleep specialist. If you are a tired parent who wants to support your baby's sleep holistically, keep listening as we delve into approaches that go well beyond the usual strategies of wake windows and bedtime routines. Your baby's sleep is connected with so much more. Hello, tired moms. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Heather Boyd, and I am so glad that you're here. Now, I know how exhausting and confusing and unpredictable your baby's sleep can be, and how many mixed messages that you're probably getting from social media, from books, from your own doctor around what you should or shouldn't do to support your baby's sleep. I also know that when your baby isn't sleeping, you're not sleeping. And yet you're probably listening to this either because you're looking for alternatives to sleep training or because you're at least curious about what the alternatives are for sleep training. Yes, I am a sleep coach and an occupational therapist, but it is my role as a mom of 3 that has really allowed me to understand how important it is to meet the needs of the baby in front of me. My kids have taught me so much about meeting their unique needs. They were all very different in what they needed, and I would say it was an epic trial by fire to realize just how flexible and responsive that I could be as we navigated sleep development, that messy, exhausting process. Now, as parents, we get a lot of messages about what we should or should not do to support sleep. And there's also that burden of believing that, or at least dismantling the belief that if you don't sleep train your baby, that they will never sleep independently ever. And I can tell you with huge reassurance, both as a mom and a sleep coach, that that just is not true. Sleep training is not a requirement to get through the sleep development, particularly for parents who are responsive and looking for alternatives to more behavioral approaches. Now, I'm putting this podcast out there with the goal that I am supporting you as a parent in making your way through your baby's sleep development with your dignity intact, with better quality sleep, and without compromising attachment. To do that, I'm folding in many of the interconnected pieces that impact sleep, hence the name Baby Sleep Connection. Some of the things connected that we're going to be talking about include feeding, temperament, use of nature, understanding sensory development, maternal mental health. Now, we're also, of course, going to touch on those basics of sleep, like wake windows, bedtime routines, and how to drop naps. Pulling all these pieces in together is designed to support you in supporting your baby. I am so excited to be here, and I welcome you to join me as we delve into all the interconnected pieces that support your baby's sleep. I'm so glad you're along for the ride. Thank you for joining me on this episode. I do hope that you found the information and perspectives in this podcast episode helpful to you as you navigate your baby's sleep development. Of course, this podcast provides general information and it isn't tailored to your family's reality or the specific needs of your baby. If you're concerned about your baby's sleep or health, be sure to reach out to your healthcare provider. If you're feeling exhausted and overwhelmed and you need a place to feel nurtured and reassured, you can find me on Instagram at familysleep.ca. Until next episode, look for the connections that support you and your baby.